Welcome to Britain Fights Back, and thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day and life is treating you fairly. Look, we need to discuss the violence against Christians in our country. Young Bob is a 17-year-old Christian. He likes to talk about and discuss Christianity with others, and can be found at Hyde Park's Speaker's Corner. I went to Speaker's Corner many times as a teenager while working in London, to hear the speakers. Some stood on old wooden boxes and spoke intelligently on many subjects. Politics and religion, among many other topics, but never was there any violence. People went to listen and debate.
Don't do that! Listen, don't do that!
Unfortunately, it's become very clear that nowadays, those that turn up to air their views on the well-known London corner, particularly about the religion of this country, a religion that our country, its laws and fundamental culture were built upon, are no longer tolerated by those who do not share a respect for other people's beliefs. Neither does it seem, do they respect free speech, or the right to hold an opinion different to their own. Young Bob, speaking about Christianity to the gathering at Speaker's Corner, calmly, and with knowledge and passion for the subject, was ferociously attacked. Unfortunately, it's not the first time young Bob has suffered violence for using his God-given right of free speech, a right backed up by law. After kicking young Bob in the face whilst Bob was on the floor, this masked thug threatened to shank someone, and acted to pull something out his trousers. Shank, as I've just been informed, means to harm someone with a makeshift sharp implement. During the violent assault, a lone man, a young Muslim man, whom I know well, stood loudly shouting for the police to intervene. He stood up for young Bob, and with the help of his friends, helped to form a ring around him, shouting for others to get back. This young Muslim man is a peaceful giant. He sees good in everyone, and I can only wish his peaceful approach to free speech can, one day, be followed by others sharing his faith. This is John. John is another Christian street preacher. He preaches in Rotherham, and has done for many years. No trouble, until
the world we live in, and she's felt uncomfortable enough to come and tell a police officer. I think it was your delivery.
I asked a simple question.
We are recording an incident, a hate incident.
This is what John told GB News.
Well, I wonder what they wanted, really. I mean, because incident were about an hour before, so when she said it, I was shocked. That's all I can say, really. I was a bit flabbergasted.
Now, John, the police officer said it was a hate incident. Talk to us about the interaction you had with the Muslim woman behind that stall.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a short encounter. I mean, as a preacher, you're trying to engage with people. You're trying to look at things to hook into, and obviously this was a stall about domestic abuse for ethnic minorities. I mean, domestic abuse is a terrible thing, but obviously, I, as a Christian, I know the teachings of some of the teachings of the Quran, and I know that in Surah 4:34, it talks about a Muslim being able to strike his wife if she's not towing the line. And so I just asked how she reconciled what she was doing with her belief in Islamic belief.
John, did this lady give you any indication that she wanted to end the conversation before she did call the police? I mean, if she didn't want to talk, that's her legitimate right. She could have just asked you to go away.
Yeah, when I asked her if I asked her if she was a Muslim, and she smiled and nodded, and then I asked the question. She stood up, showing me a leaflet. Then I just asked her, again how she would reconcile the teachings of the Quran with what she was doing. But simply asked her to consider that Jesus taught a man to love his wife and to lay down his life for her, the exact opposite of what Muhammad taught, and that, I hope she'd look to Christ and His forgiveness, and then I walked away. I mean, it was very brief, about 30 seconds.
It'll be great to read your comments in the section below. So, let's get this conversation started. For now, I'll just say, stay calm, stay safe, and we'll chat again soon.